Greetings. So this is going to be a pick a card a reading, and this reading was inspired and created to help people who feel misunderstood or just out of place and just longing for connection and deeper connection, where they feel seen and heard. So this reading is going to tap into the themes of ET and are finding a place of belonging within ourselves. Okay. This reading is also going to help those of you who feel like strangers to themselves or others, um, and quote unquote, to phone home to connecting to their inner truths and finding their spiritual community. So, yeah, this was definitely, I was inspired to do this reading. I wanted to, um, the phone home, ET has always like stood out to me. Just ET, my inner child just always resonated with ET for some reason, and I wanted to capture that energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap in. So I'm gonna have you guys choose a card. So I'm gonna shuffle these cards, and you guys choose one that resonates with you or stands out, might be familiar to you. Okay, so for pile number one, divine source, God or divine team, our angels, our ancestors, our higher selves that have our best will and intentions. What card for pile number one? What is the card? Okay. Pile two, same thing. Divine source, God, divine team, angels, ancestors, higher self. What is the card suitable for pile number two? Some of them I might not be able to pronounce, so I will do my best. Okay. All right. Pile three, same thing. What is a card for their highest good? Okay. All right. So first, for pile one, you have the Atlanteans with evolution, vibration, legacy, technology, progress, accept, acceleration. This is pile one's choice. Pile two, your choice is Sanat Kumara. Hope I'm saying that right. It says open channel. Signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information. And pile three with Lakshmi and Ganesh with prosperity vibration. It says you are attracting health, wealth, and happiness. So choose a pile. And some of you guys, you might resonate with more than one pile. That's a possibility as well. So don't limit yourself because it might just happen to be that more than one pile is for you. Okay. Okay. All right. So hopefully you have enough time to have chosen your card. So pile three, if you were drawn to the Atlanteans card, then this most likely is your pile. So you could be a water sign, maybe even an air sign. You may resonate with the Atlanteans. You may resonate with the water as well, the ocean. Okay. I feel like you are clairaudient. Okay. You could be clairvoyant, but I do feel strong gifts around the clairaudience and sound. You may take very well to music, okay? Could be very good with technology. Computers, science could be something that you were really good at in school, or you are into astronomy, biology. Um, I'm also getting like you study the sound, like um, the healing or the technology and something with say with I'm trying to say too many things at once. You guys can process a lot of information very quickly. You're able to understand if someone was to read you um, fine details. You are able to pick up things in rapid speed. Um, I heard you're a brainiac. um, some of you could be into music and arts in a way that you're into vibrations and like understanding the healing power of sound. I'm getting your favorite color could be blue, purple, and green for some of you. You like being in the dark, like, or you like nighttime, or you like being out at night, or being in the like looking up at the night sky. You might like the ocean as well at night. That might be something that's very healing for you. Um, I also see you as someone that you have, you're someone that will leave an imprint behind on people, a positive imprint on people, I feel for the most part. Um, there's something about your eyes that could be, you know how people have those um eyes like the under whites, like under their, they have those really big expressive eyes, and it, but it has like a under white. Like I'm seeing Princess Diana has those eyes. Um, I forgot what those eyes are called. I think Aaliyah has those eyes. Um, I don't know. I've just, I don't know. Some of you guys may know who this rapper is. Maybe you don't. But Lil Durk kind of have eyes like that. Um, yeah. So let's go ahead and move on. Pile one. Let's tap in. Okay. I'm gonna use this tarot deck to pile one. Okay, you have the Chancellor of Wands. So some of these cards are going to be like different from the traditional tarot. Obviously, they have their own distinction. Let's see. The Eight of Crystals, the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. The Four of Cups. The Eight of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to move this card down. Okay. You guys can skip the shuffle, but if you want. Okay. And lastly, the Eight of Cups. Okay. So, bottom of the deck is the Nine of Crystals, which is the Nine of Pentacles. So, all right. First card is going to tap into who you are spiritually. And this represents the alien aspect of you that feels like you don't belong, but it's actually very the core essence of you and why it's central to who you actually are. So, as the Chancellor of Wands, if you are a male, um, and you might kind of identify more with like feminine energies, or maybe people pick on you and say that you're too feminine. Um, you have the ability and capacity to connect deeply. If you are a man, heterosexual or not, you have the ability to connect very deeply with the world around you. You have a sensitivity towards nature, towards the earth. Even if you don't feel like you belong in this earth, sometimes you feel connected to the earth. You find it beautiful. You could be soft spoken as a man or a woman, very soft spoken person, or you are very sensitive in a way that maybe you feel like or believe that you can talk to animals sometimes, or you feel that they communicate with you, or you understand them in ways that people are like, it's just a dog, or oh, it's just a cat, oh, it's just a caterpillar. Like, but you connect in a way. It's like this childlike energy, and I get Sagittarian energy from this card. Um, you could have Sagittarius placements that are significant in your chart that may make sense to you in this reading. But you love the earth, the world around you. You feel a sense of connectivity to it in a way that might seem strange to others, but you're helping. This is essential, to who you are, your core self, because it shapes, you know, that beauty that you see, and that respect of wherever home or wherever you land. I'm here, wherever you land on earth, that you respect these places and spaces and people and creatures alike in these spaces. Um, and this may be teaching other people compassion. You could be someone that is very friendly, or like you seem to be very reserved and independent. Maybe you're kind of like a loner, but when you get comfortable with people, you open up and you really deeply connect. That's what I feel. Um, so we're gonna tap into what is it that makes you feel misunderstood, out of place, or just like whether these are external judgments or you internalize some of these things or self-doubt. You have the Eight of Crystals, the Eight of Pentacles. You feel like whatever you put your energy towards or whatever you work on, that sometimes it's the efforts are not, recognized, or it's not getting you much of anything. You could be someone that does literally work with crystals, or something with like a business of yours. You have, like, maybe you own a crystal store, or you sell crystals, or you make items out of crystals and gemstones, or you collect them, or somewhere in your work environment there are crystals there or around. um you may really know a lot about crystals and gemstones. And for some of you, it's like you you have a particular niche for something, and you may feel that your hard work or your efforts doesn't pay off. People may not understand why you put so much passion into what you do, or why you're so passionate about. It could be something work related, it could be something with career, something with the earth, nature. You're passionate about it, and people may not fully understand it or share that same passion with you. So maybe you feel alone sometimes, when it comes to that. you know when it comes to that, you could feel out of place or misunderstood. Okay, so with the Four of Cups, the Four of Cups can represent like our star signal, like the energy that we send out that will attract kindred spirits, our soul family, right? So this is going to help you as far as find the guidance on how to show more of your authentic self to the world. Because I always stress this to people, that it does us a disservice when we try to fit in, or we try to be what we think is suitable or comfortable for people around us. And when we do that, or when it comes to attracting people into our lives, whether that be love and romance, or friendships, jobs, like if you're trying to sugarcoat and water yourself down, you're not going to attract people that are authentically attracted to you. Therefore, those connections are not really going to last, because they're not getting the real you. They're not seeing the real you. And most likely, like I said, those situations, those opportunities, or those relationships, they are not going to last. So it's important to be your full authentic self. And sometimes that could be a bit scary because it could be parts of ourselves that we judge and feel like in turn will be judged. So as the Four of Cups here, the Spirit is saying you have to receive the fullness of who you are. Some of you guys might deal with comparison, the spirit of comparison, and why your quirkiness or why your eccentricity is too much for people. But you might admire people that are also authentic and also being their true authentic selves in a way that may be a little bold, colorful, outlandish to some, eclectic, um, but you can't embrace that side of you, which is strange. And Spirit is like, I'm giving you this opportunity to embrace yourself in your fullness and not compare. And you could feel like you're a fish out of water, like you just don't belong sometimes. And some of you, the signal is going to be your voice, you speaking your truth, or you sharing your voice in some capacity. Um, it's going to be the signal that attracts your kindred spirits. Okay. So, what is it that is going to, like, what grounding will help you to feel more at home on this earth? Like, what can you do? Whether that's in your physical environment or, um, what is going to help you to feel secure, even if you don't feel like you belong? You have the Eight of Wands. Express yourself more, whatever that looks like for you. Some sort of expression, some sort of just put your energy out there in some way. I feel like you guys are very creative or something with your voice. Okay. You guys are very, very intelligent. You're very good with communication, or you're very good with technology, or this could be social media. Um, put all of the creative energy that you have, just experiment, just have fun. And I'm seeing somebody like with a keyboard or a beat machine or something, and just playing with sound, or this could be metaphoric, like just be you, like experiment, be okay with just trying and just doing different things, like think outside of the box, like, oh, this could be with your clothing, like, I don't know, I'm seeing like, okay, it'd be very strange to put this pin or this clip on my hat, but I'm gonna do it and just like, wear it. And someone might be like, oh my god, where'd you get that hat? Like something. Just throw your energy, and when I say throw your energy out there, not saying like loosely and just like irresponsibly, um because you still have to protect your energy, and you don't want to waste it. But I feel like there's so much of you that you should just be sharing, you know what I mean? Like, I hope I'm making sense. So communicate. You may feel outside of yourself when you're not expressing yourself, and that makes sense because that's like kind of holding all that energy inside, and it can cause an imbalance or stress within the body. So how can you deepen the connection within your inner self and find peace? Okay. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Understanding that there is going to be seasons where you feel happy and joyfulness, and there's times where you don't always feel that. There's times where you want to um, do one thing, and then maybe one season you want to try or do something else. I'm hearing the word becoming. We're always becoming, we're always growing, we're always evolving. Could be seasons where you feel seen and heard and successful and loved, and there's times where you feel that you're not seen, you feel unappreciated. There's a season and time and place for everything, and finding the wisdom and the understanding within it is what's really, really going to center you. Um, Understanding that part of the self, and understanding that you are multifaceted and you're not always going to stay the same. And there's something with, again, the Sagittarian energy, Sagittarian and Jupiter energy. Jupiter is Sagittarius' ruling planet. Um, and if I'm not mistaken, Pisces used to be ruled by Jupiter. I could be wrong. But I'm getting something like your imagination, your visions, your creative energy, your ability to see life in many different lenses. You can for sure find the wisdom within that. It's okay to be someone that you might deem as unpredictable or out of sorts, and to a world around you where you like they might not understand the changes that you go through. They may not understand that um you're expanding and growing. You're not meant to just stay fixed and stay the same in one way. Stay true and blue to your core self, but when it comes to expressing yourself in the lens of life, it's going to change. The things that you have a taste for or desire for, those things may change as you evolve and grow and mature as a person and as a spiritual being. So the path home represents what steps can you take to find or create a true community. You have the Eight of Cups. So you're going to have to leave those emotions behind that make you feel as though you're not lovable or that you won't ever be accepted, or it's kind of like this disappointing energy. Okay. Um, you're going to have to walk away, take a step back from that. Thank you, Spirit, for your divine guidance. Thank you for divine wisdom, divine guidance. What else can you tell? Ooh, messy, messy, messy. Can you tell us about pile 1? The Nagas, lovers, erotica, and sensuality. So you might also be someone that's very sensual, and you might deny that part of yourself. Maybe you feel like it's um too freaky, like it's not accepted. You could be someone that is, you know, feels disconnected because you don't have a romantic partner. That could be why you feel alone sometimes, because maybe you're someone that resonates with divine partnerships, divine connections. You feel most connected and in tune with the earth through sex, sensuality, sexual practices. Um, that is how you connect with yourself, is through expressing yourself in that sensual way. And I can see how some people would be like, that's weird as hell, you're strange, or um, you're too much, or you're trying to get attention. But I feel like you feel most alive being sensual, that sensual energy, expressing yourself through your body, maybe in that way, or writing eroticas, or it's something that's what makes your inner core self sometimes feel alive. You feel like through love, it's a beautiful exchange. You get to become one and yoked and merged with the person that you love or that you feel a spiritual connection to in that way. Okay. So this is just, more aspects of you to embrace. Okay. All right. So pile number 1, if you enjoyed that reading, let me know. If you guys would like to see more of these readings, I would love to do them. And much love to you guys as always. You guys be blessed, be safe, take care, and until the next reading, peace. Okay. Clear out previous energies with divine love and peace. We send them love and light wherever they are in the world. Divine Spirit, we send pile number 1, divine protection. Amen. Ashe. Pile number 2, if you guys were drawn to this card, this is your reading, okay? And I'm just going to tap into your essence, your core, and then we'll get into the spread. So first, you have this card with the open channel. The signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information. So you guys, I feel like you guys are very wise. People come to you, they feel called to you. You don't have to really say or do much. Just give off this energy that you know things, or that you're someone that people can trust and lean on. um, they see you as someone pretty confident, or see you as someone that you should get to know, or you're someone that maybe most people would deem as a likable individual by others as well. Like, I know this person probably has a lot of friends, or this person must have some sort of important position in life, or they seem to be like, they feel like you're someone that knows things, okay? That you're a trustworthy or reliable source to come to. I feel like you're someone that, like part number one, you can take in a lot of information. And for some of you, it's like you're more so good at understanding experiences around you and decoding them in your own way, or finding wisdom or guidance or message within them. It's like you can go throughout your day, and if you keep seeing a particular number or a particular symbol, you will understand what it's trying to convey to you. You know how to take it in. You are a processor of information, but it's more so like on a spiritual level. Um, your eyes could be could have colored eyes, like green, blue, hazel, um, or your eyes are very piercing. Your eyes may look kind of you could look like your eyes can look kind of sad, but not, your entire face doesn't look sad. It's like your face is, it's like a, I don't know, like a well, like the, how to explain this? Like your face, like the rest of your face seems to be relaxed. But your eyes have this kind of like the sadness, but I don't feel like it's sadness. Like you have very like deep perception, like you deeply perspective, like an energy where you could see through things, you could see through people. Your eyes are almost very vulnerable, like the eyes are the window to the soul. It's like you bare your soul, you allow people to see into your soul, because you are looking into other soul. You have an ability to connect with people through the eyes, and they can connect through you through your eyes. You may not smile a lot, but you have a pleasant face where like maybe your lips are positioned in a way that slightly smirk, but not like this big cheesy smile, or like big Colgate smile, as they say. But it's like it's a warming energy. You have a warming spirit. People want to be near you. Okay, see how this person is radiating this golden yellow light, and kind of like pink and green hues, which could be some of your aura. Pink, yellow, greens, purples. Um, People want to be near that energy. They want to be near you. It's like you heal people by like them just being around you. They take some sort of healing energy that you radiate, like you give it, and you may not even know it. It's like you walk around with this energy, and you may not see it. You may not know that you have this light, or what this light can do. So if you guys want to skip the shuffling process, because I have to shuffle um, 6 cards at least. I need 6 cards for my read. So let's see. Pile two. Pile two. The star. Oh, dang. Your cards is like, you guys might walk really fast. You walk really fast. You do things very fast paced and quick sometimes. And for some of you, it can be the complete opposite. Okay. The moon. Wow, you have a lot of major arcana cards so far. What's going on? Let's see. Four of daggers in reverse. That's interesting. This deck is not in reverse, but for some reason that card came out. Okay. Seven of Cups. The Four of Wands. Okay. The Four of Crystals. All right, you have 3 4. So 444 is your number, I feel. You got the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You guys could be short, petite people, some of you, or you guys have like a a healthy inner child, I should say. A healthy inner child energy. So let's get started. The first card with the star. This represents your cosmic origin, like who you are as a spiritual person, the qualities that make you feel like you're an alien, but it's actually core and essential to who you are. So the star is a beautiful card to have as your cosmic origin, because that does tell me that you are someone that is a bit different, or what some might say is like very, very different, outside of the box type of person. You cannot label you like, oh, this is this type of person, or they're this type, like, and that could make people feel a little bit intimidated because they can't put a label on you. But that's a beautiful thing. Okay, that's a beautiful thing. People cannot put a label on who you are. You're not of this world. That's I that's what I get from you. Like, if you tap into the essence of Aquarian star energy as characteristic, or placement in your chart, maybe where you have Aquarian energy, or you have something in your 12th house, maybe this will give you an insight into who you are. Um, what makes you outside of the box? Okay. What what qualities about you, because this is a beautiful, unique energy. I feel like you can't be put in a box, and I feel like some people might put you on this pedestal that you didn't ask to be on, because it's like you are this otherworldly, you're outside of the realm of what they feel is normal, what is rational and practical. um it's a star quality, like, how people, put celebrities on a pedestal. They feel like they're just these otherworldly creatures, and I feel like that makes you more alluring to people, because maybe you have a very elusive energy. Maybe you're someone that doesn't go out a lot. People never seen you out before. You don't have a particular crowd that you just blend into. You just stand out, and I don't feel like you do it on purpose. It doesn't even have to be because of clothing and hair, makeup, or whatever. It has nothing to do with that. It's just you. Or you could just put on something completely normal, but it could be something about your face structure. It could be something about your ears. It could be the way that you smell. Like, hopefully it ain't musty. No, I'm just like, no, it's something about you. You see how this being in the star, they have no clothing. So it's like something about you that's like raw and authentic. There's nothing to hide. You are who you are. And it's like it could be in your face, where people feel like they have to hide behind things. They have to put up a facade. They have to act a certain way to fit in. And you just are just you. You just are your authentic self in your own way. And that to them can make them feel out of place, maybe even insecure. You could kind of provoke an insecurity in people. Um, yeah. So, what is it that makes you feel misunderstood or out of place? You have the moon. The moon card is this mystery. This moon energy is a beautiful illumination within the dark. You may be someone that's like, I'm just being me. I'm the moon. I just pop out at night as I'm supposed to. I illuminate as I'm supposed to. I do what I do. And people that may really hate lightness and darkness. Like, you could be someone that Fortunately, when you come into dark spaces and you come in, people feel exposed around you. They don't like it. So you might feel like maybe sometimes as well you're too emotional. You may feel that you're too strange at times, or something about maybe being psychic or intuitive or feeling people's energies. You might be someone that gets anxiety soon as you walk into a space because you immediately start to feel just too much. It's like a movie. I can't remember what movie it is or if there's ever a movie like this, but Spirit's showing me a visual of someone walking into a club or a bar, and like if you were to look at it from a 3D level, you just see average people dancing, drinking, smoking, whatever, twerking, whatever they're doing, right? Or playing pool in the corner. But then when you take those 3D glasses off, or you put your spiritual glasses on and you look around the space, you'll see people with devil horns. You see people looking like monsters. You see people with like disgusting things coming out of their mouths. You see green-eyed, like evil envy energy. You see lustful demon spirits. You start seeing all these things that would freak you out, but you pick it up on an emotional, energetic level. You start feeling icky around certain people, or or they start contorting around you when you walk by. They start to like steam and get like steam come out of their body, and I'm talking about spiritually, not visual or like literally like what you can see with your spiritual eye or with your two eyes, your physical eyes. But if you were to look at this from a spiritual eye, it would probably freak you out. But your energy, you feel unease, and these people start to feel uneasy around you and they may not know why. That you might conjure up all kind of different type of reactions in these people, and it could be somewhat of a projection that you feel like there's something wrong with me. But if you're someone that is a light being that walks into a space that's really darkness, even if it seems like it's light, people can be dressed up really, really nice, smell good, look good, have fancy, a fancy car outside in the parking lot. But in truth, their spirits are dark and filthy. And that person, and you can be like, I don't have all these fancy things, or I don't have this and that, and I don't look like this and that. They'll see you coming and it's like they'll get very irritated by your spirit or repelled by it, or they'll try to knock you down. So this is where you feel misunderstood. Okay, as far as your star signal energy, this is just the energy, that signal that attracts your true soul tribe, your kindred spirits, your soul fam. You have the Four of Daggers, which came out in reverse. So the signal that you have, I don't feel like I feel like this is a strange placement to be in for this. Like, as far as like what is it? Like, in order for you to send out that signal to align with your soul fam and your kindred family, you're going to have to come out of hiding. You're going to stop. You're going to have to stop hiding in some capacity. And for some of you, it's like literally being in the house. Like, you can't control who likes you and who doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has nothing to do with you personally. Like, people are going to resonate with who they resonate with, and people are going to, you know, most likely fear what they don't understand, and that fear can cause them to react in a certain way. And that's not fair to you. No, it's not. But it's not anything that is your fault. So when it comes to the people that are meant for you, it's like it does nothing for you to hide yourself, um, or to feel, because it could be a lesson learned, like what spaces or environments are for you and what are not, you know. But you're allowed to experience the world. You're allowed to go wherever you want to go or feel led to go. And if it be that it's not for you, you pull yourself out, or you learn the lesson that you're meant to learn. But in order to attract those people that are for you, your people, you're gonna have to come out of hiding. And maybe you're still recovering or healing from some sort of um, past hurts. Okay, so what can you do that's going to help you ground? Like, what kind of grounding practices can you do to help make you feel a little bit more at home on earth? Like, what can you do to ground? You have the 7 of Cups. So grounding for you could be like being able to explore, your fantasies, explore your ideas, your creativity, your imaginations, your visions. Explore them, to sit with them, ponder them. If you try to deny that part of yourself that is in touch with the spiritual realms and the hidden realms, the occult, the mystical, the mysticism things, you're going to feel out of sort. Though I do feel like Spirit is saying that it's okay to visualize and it's okay to dream, but you got to find a place to ground them, to maybe put them into practical use or into practical plans and actions. Okay. So, what can you do to deepen your connection within your core inner self and find peace with yourself? What can you do? You have the 4 of Wands. What is home to you? Is really the question. Like, what is home? Because there's something that brings you back to that place of home. And it's not far-fetched or strange to long for, um it's 11:11 as I'm saying this. It's 11:11 a.m. here. What is it that brings you back to home? Because sometimes you could feel like you're not at home here on earth. You could be like, my home is somewhere else. And I've definitely felt that before. I feel that we come from different spaces. I do believe that. I do. And there's times where I feel like I don't feel at home here sometimes, and I want to go. I always say I want to go back home, and it's not like a sense of like death, like I'm ready to go. How some people say I'm ready to go home to God. Yes, in a sense, yes, but it feels like there's a home, there's a place that's familiar, with familiar spaces and places, and that's not on earth. And you could feel that. We don't want to center too much into that because it takes away from the experience of your human experience and the life that you have here, and being present in that and enjoying it and finding the beauty within it and the people within it. So you don't want to detach too much, but the center within yourself. And it's ironic that the 4 of Wands came out in this place, because this is going to help you find that, or create at least that sanctuary within yourself, to find that comfort and solitude and self-acceptance within yourself. So if you feel like you don't belong here, and you feel like there's somewhere out in the galaxy that you resonate with, wherever that may be, look into that place. And how can you create that sanctuary of that place? Like, what reminds you of that place there? So like, if you're someone that feels like you would resonate with a place that's like the ocean, surround yourself with seashells and things that remind you of that home. Create a sanctuary or space, or spend more time by water, or if you can, or listening to oceanic sounds, like whatever would create that sanctuary of home and peace within yourself. And it will help you to accept who you are. Like, I'm bringing, it's like a person that's, let's say, like a person that's from another country visits another country, and they're wearing their customs from their country. And it's not to say, oh, I got to take it off because I'm embarrassed or ashamed of what people might think of what I have on. No, you walk proud in that, whether people understand or want to understand your culture, where you come from and who you are, and your customs, your styles, your traditions, your faith, your beliefs, whether they wish to understand or to learn or maybe even embrace, or they shame it, they make fun of it, or they are completely scared, that's their problem. So similar to your energy and your essence, okay? You have to walk in that. Like planet Earth, sometimes I don't resonate with you all the time, but I'm going to walk proudly in the core of who I am, and my beliefs and my customs and my traditions, or what I believe, what resonates. This is who I am. This is me. This is my core self. This is how I operate. This is what I come with. So, and it's going to attract people that are like you. You're not just out here by yourself. You're not. or people, if it's not just people that are just like you, but they could be different from you, but they resonate with the core aspect of you because you guys have similarities, or they're open to different types of people. There's people like that in the world that are open to diversity, and that's beautiful. That's a very open-minded, a very evolved soul that can connect in a diverse way with different people and walks of life. And they don't just label or just put themselves in a box or put others in a box. So lastly, what steps can you take to find or create your true community? You have the Four of Crystals. So again, you're going to have to share of yourself. You can't hold and hide and hold back. You're meant to share of yourself. You have something beautiful to exchange and give to others. You are a light. You're not supposed to just hide and dim it. That's not what you're here to do. You're not here to hide. You're sent here for a reason. You came here for a reason. Okay, so let's get one more card from the Mystic Martian Oracle. Come on now. The Ebens. It says mystery, reading between the lines and intuition. That is you. Okay. And like I said, you have a healthy inner child. You have the little teddy bears, the coloring book. So there's an essence of childlike energy inside of you. You may resonate with the numbers 8 and 7, maybe even 9 and 11 could be one of your life, you guys' life path numbers. But yeah, you have you might have I don't want to say it like that, but your anatomy, you might have a big ass head, okay? You might have a big head, you might have a big forehead. Shout out to the big forehead gang. My fellow big forehead gang people. But or it could just be a metaphor that you have a lot of just like a lot of information stored in wisdom, and that you can take in a lot of information and apply it. You know how to discern and decode things on a spiritual level. You know how to make sense of things. Okay. Could be really good with math. Maybe not some of you. I know I ain't. Some of you guys could be really tall. Okay. Could be really good at manifesting as well. But you guys are meant to pair up with people. You're not meant to be by yourself. And I do feel like if you feel alone, like, oh, I don't have any best friends, or I don't have a best friend, you will. And if you're the type of person that feels like there's no one that would resonate with you as a partner, like you feel like you're too weird for the average man or woman, that's not true. Okay, you're gonna find your person. Okay, there's somebody just like you. You have to allow yourself to receive that person. Okay. So sending much love to you as always. Y'all be blessed, be safe. Like this video if it resonates. You guys like to see more readings like this, I would love to create them and bring them to you. Okay, so much love. Y'all be blessed, be safe, take care. Peace. Okay, we clear out previous energies. Pile 2, we send them love, light, and peace within themselves. Amen. Ashe. So it is. Okay. Pile number 3, if you guys were drawn to the Lakshmi and Ganesh card, then this is your reading. Yeah. So greetings. You guys chose the prosperity and vibration. It says you are attracting health, wealth, and happiness. So you guys are pretty, I feel like, good with either finances or attracting finances to you, or you're someone that likes nice things. You could be an earth sign, so Taurus or Libra energy too with Venus, like both ruled by Venus. um you guys might like luxurious nice things. Some of you guys, your favorite animal is elephants. You guys may resonate with the Hindu culture, or you are Hindu. Um, Also, some of you guys could be, you have a lot of different talents and gifts. I feel like you guys may have a lot of businesses or something like that. Um, or you could be someone that just has a lot of creative abilities and skills and talents. Okay, you guys could be someone that, as they say, wears a lot of hats. Okay, you're very skilled. You're very, what's the right word I'm looking for? You might be like someone that's very busy all the time, or you like to stay busy. Um, I'm not sure why this pile would feel like they don't belong on Earth sometimes, or why they don't belong. Maybe you're someone that is in the wrong environment. What I mean by that is like you're someone that is meant to succeed and excel, or you feel like it. So you could be struggling sometimes to create financial abundance for yourself that you desire, or you feel like you're meant to have more, but you might be in the wrong environment. You might be around people that don't want to um, level up. They may be people that are poverty minded, or people that are lazy, people that don't think too much of themselves. This is like crabs in a barrel type of energy. Like it's almost like placing a goddess in a, um, you know, I don't know any other way to like make this make sense. A god or a goddess in like in a ghetto where it's like, okay, you know, a lot of people have seen this movie, and maybe a lot of people haven't as well. It's a good majority probably of people that haven't seen it as well. It came out in the 80s. But Coming to America with Eddie Murphy, Eddie Murphy's character was a prince in Africa, and he lived in this luxurious home and had servants and, the whole shebang. And he was looking for a wife, basically. Long story short, he wanted to come to America to find his wife, and he ended up living in a ghetto in New York. And it's kind of like that. And he wanted to live poor, but he had all this luggage that was like some luggage that you don't even see in um high end stores out in New York. It's like he just had all these expensive chains and rings and all of this expensive stuff moving into this little ghetto apartment in the projects. And so it was just it was, I guess I can say that that's the best metaphor they could come up with. um it's like, and maybe you were birthed into this reality to um I don't know, find the humbleness in, different environments and things like that, but still hold true to the prosperous being that you are, that it's okay to live a comfortable life. It's okay to not have things sometimes, or it's okay to go through the struggles at times. Maybe you learn lessons through that. And it's okay as well to also live in comfort and have things that make you feel luxurious, or being able to buy things for yourself, or and if it's not that, then just being put in environments where people feel um like there's no hope for them, and to remind yourself that no, there is hope, that you can excel, you can pull yourself out of it, even if that means you have to be the one to pull yourself out of those situations. So literally, it could be that you grew up in a impoverished um, environment, or born into poverty, or knowing what it's like to struggle and to not have, maybe having to work multiple jobs, or having to see your parents work multiple jobs, or not being able to afford everything that you guys would have wanted, or times where you have to make sacrifices. But that doesn't mean that has to be your entire life story, or people that never went after their dreams, but you are fighting to go after your dreams, even if that means you have to push yourself and support and encourage your own self and motivate yourself to do it, right? Okay, long story short, so let's tap into your reading, because that was a very long spiel. If you want to skip the shuffle process, you're more than welcome to, y'all. Y'all don't have to sit through this entire shuffling process. Okay, so let's see. some of these cards is coming out in reverse, and I don't know how because this deck is not in reverse. Four of Cups. The Tower. We have 2 cards for this particular placement, so I'm just gonna leave it. I don't know. A lot of you might have chosen this pile because there's a lot of cards coming out. Hermit. Goodness, I'm telling you, these cards is acting really crazy right now. Okay, so y'all might be a little clumsy. Okay, I know I am, child. Okay, 8 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you have the 4 of Wands. Okay. Okay, so a lot of Cups and Wands. So you could be a water sign, you could be a fire sign, dominant person. Okay. So first card, which is the 4 of Cups, this represents your cosmic origins. Okay. This represents your soul, your core essence self. And so what is it that you need to nurture about this part of yourself? 4 Cups. I feel like sometimes you distance yourself from people when you feel like you're not emotionally understood, or you feel like your emotions, maybe you feel like if you were to fully accept something emotionally, or if you were, or I shouldn't say something emotionally, if you were truly to accept your emotional self, like how you are emotionally, the depth that you have, if you feel like if you were to accept that would make the odds stacked against you, that would make other people distance themselves from you, like you're too much, you're too emotional, you're too, like you're weird, you're too, like you might cry about certain things, like you get really sensitive really easily about things, and you might feel like people will judge you for that, and perhaps they have judged you for that. um this is what makes you feel like you don't belong sometimes, the fact that you feel things to an extent that you perceive as too deep, too much, too overwhelming. You might compare yourself to others a lot as well. So yeah, this is central to you. Like you are a person that is meant to feel things very deep. You are. So where do you feel the most misunderstood? Like what's causing you to feel this disconnect with the Tower card? Again, it's like you could feel out of place in environments that people are kind of like too, what's the right word? Like let's say for instance, like for a guy that let's say a guy that's a heterosexual man that is very emotional, cries when he feels something, when he feels hurt, or when he's happy, he might cry about something, or he feels deeply about the world. Some people might be like, oh, he's gay. Oh, he's too sensitive, and he's in an environment full of people that are tough, or that feel like masculinity is walking around like you don't care, or treating people like they're disposable, or they're non-important. You know what I mean? Like it's some sort of, you feel like a someone trapped in a castle, like you can't be yourself sometimes in a certain environment because you don't feel like that environment supports that which you are. Okay. That's what causes you to feel self-doubt sometimes, because you're put in an environment actually It's like it's an environment where maybe you're meant to tear down and deconstruct false foundations, false truths. So like for men that feel like it's a weakness to cry, or maybe even women that shame men as well for crying, um, you're challenging those beliefs. You're challenging that environment to think different or to be open minded, more so to be open hearted, right? Or if a person strives for something, just because their parents never were able to do that or accomplish that doesn't mean that you can't as well. It's like you're meant to deconstruct. Okay. So what is it that you can do to send out your star signal to attract your spiritual community or just your soul tribe, your kindred spirits? You had two cards that came out. You got the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Connect deeply with people emotionally. It's okay to express yourself. If you feel like crying, I don't know, I keep getting something about crying. So that could be the way that you express is through tears. Or you feel things so much that you cry. And it could be like something's beautiful to you. Like, oh my God, this setting, I sat and watched the sunset by the ocean and I cried. Somebody might sit next to you like, what is wrong with you? And you're like, isn't this beautiful? And they're like, oh my God, you're doing too much. Like that. Or it could be a movie that is like really sweet and you cry at the end or something, or something that hurts you on TV. You hear some news story that's sad and you're crying and somebody be like, you're tripping. What's wrong with you? Like they don't get it. There's people that are just like you that understand that. If they don't do the same, cry and express, they will be able to support you. They'll be able to connect with you and understand, or maybe you might help them to feel deeply into things themselves and maybe not literally cry, or you give them you show them that it's okay. You have permission to cry when you feel whatever you feel. Shit. It's like being on your period sometimes. You don't know why. Like, oh, that movie, oh my gosh. Or this song. Because there's times where I've heard songs that are not even like sad songs or anything, but they just sound beautiful. And I've cried. That's like feeling, that's being in tune, that's being alive. Like, that's a normal human emotion. Um, so yeah, that is how you find your kindreds, by being your authentic self, expressing yourself how you express. That heart of yours is beautiful. But I will say, be discerning with it, because not everybody deserves that core aspect of you. You have to discern the safe space to be your vulnerable self. It's not to say don't be vulnerable, don't be loving, don't be emotional, but it's like you got to discern the time and the place, or who, because some people may not be. But like I said, you're in an environment where it's meant to trigger and challenge people within themselves. So what can you do, like, to ground, to feel more grounded in your environment, even when you don't feel like you belong? You have the Warden of Wands. So the Warden of Wands, I believe, is the King of Wands in this particular deck. So you being a warden is like being your own governance. You govern where you place your energy. Previous to like what I've just said, like that discernment, that um knowing like the power of your energy and your essence, and knowing the time and the place and whom and where to share it, or why you're sharing the energy. And not so much in a controlled way, like to where you lose the authenticity and the feeling, but just more so in a being of care, being full of care of your energy. Okay. So that grounding space for you, for practice, is just being more discerning and wise. Like, be open, be that same person, but you're the one in control. You're the one in sovereignty of that for yourself. So your heart connection, this represents like deepening the connection with your inner self and finding peace with it. And you have the Hermit. So I would say to spend more time within yourself, like um, to soul search the purpose and the meaning of who you are. And I kind of gave you a little bit of some gems here. That the environments that you are placed in sometimes, or when, especially when you're around people that operate in a very harsh energy or very stiff, very closed off, or very limited, very poverty stricken or mindset type of people, it's going to um cause you to like seek, okay, well, why am I here? What is the wisdom in this? What are you showing me? Why did you, you know, why am I here? Or why did I feel connected to this person? Why did I get in a relationship with this person that was emotionally unavailable or didn't understand me or couldn't open up? Like, what was it about this person that I was drawn to? And not to judge yourself, but to sit and go within and find the wisdom and find the purpose, or where, how to move forward in your, maybe in your own purpose. Okay, I'm gonna do a life purpose read sometime soon for those of you that are that care about those sort of topics. And if you want your own life purpose reading, you guys can book that on my website. I actually do have a life purpose reading. So, but it's just to go within and find the purpose within who you are and what that means without judging yourself. To find that beauty within yourself that you can find in everything else. Try to find the beauty within your expression, and how you are as a person, your essence. So lastly, what steps can you take to find and create your true community? To find that path to home, that it would be the Eight of Wands. You're going to have to set the intention. You're going to have to communicate. You're going to have to be open. Like, people that are going to truly resonate with you and do resonate with you, they want to hear what you have to say. They care about how you feel and how you think, just as you care and to hear what people feel and what they think. You want to hear from the people that you love, where they're at, how they feel. So it doesn't help for you to silence yourself or to not express yourself as you are. But I'm getting like specifically to set intentions. Um, it could be writing it down. It could be through prayer, just sitting that energy out that I want to find my a true community where I can be my authentic self and I can express and I can feel and I can love and be loved, because you have a lot of love to give. And I don't feel like that love is always returned to you. You might be someone that likes to hug people. You might be that type of person that likes to, yeah, like hug and give love or tell people you love them. Or you might be someone that's very big on affection. So if you don't get that, it may also make you feel a little bit stagnant energetically. If you don't get that same pouring into, I mean, that's evident, right? If you're giving an energy in abundance, but that energy is not being generated back. So of course it's going to feel like depletion. Okay, so let's pull one more card and we'll close this out for pile number 3. Spirit, Divine Source, God, Divine Team. You have the tall whites. It says uncertainty, distrust, and guarded. Yeah, this could be how you feel sometimes. You don't feel safe. You don't feel like you have anyone that you can really trust or lean on. So you protect yourself. Um, and again, not feeling like you belong and like, but sticking out like a sore thumb. And it could be that people, if it's also like a mirror effect or a projection. Like, the people that don't give back to you, they may feel like you're being inauthentic because you're too loving, you're too, or they feel like it's not real for someone to just love unconditionally or have this pure, kinded heart. Like, for what? Because they're used to maybe conditional love, you know? They're used to, people, what's the right word I'm looking for? They're used to people um only relating in a way that's like what you can do for me, and only if you have this to offer or this to give. So yeah, it's like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to a person that operates or has only been loved in a conditional way. So when you come in, you're in a loving, unconditional loving space, it may be hard for them to accept that and believe that it's real. But you're meant to get, again, I keep getting this energy that you're meant to break a chapter and break a cycle. Okay. So much love as always, you guys. I hope this reading resonated with you and gave you the insight that you needed. And I'm sorry for that sunny glare right here. That was the read, y'all. So be blessed, be safe, take care. And if you guys would like to see more of these readings, go ahead and leave a comment, like this video, share it with someone you feel like it may also bless and benefit. And as always, much love. Peace.